Big crowd here. I've given them talks like this maybe a couple hundred times now. I've never had such a distinguished crowd. Thank you for inviting me. And San Francisco to boot. You know, 50 years ago, it's a half century, most of you weren't around. A few of you were. I met the lady I want to talk about up in Masonic and Mission. She's been my wife for 40 years. And she passed away February 13th, the day before our normal anniversary, Valentine's Day. And I've been super stressed. So I chose to try to find other activities to use my time. So they had this special meeting down in Orlando, Florida called Quantum Hypnotic Healing. And I looked at it when Teri was sick and I tried it and I just didn't know how to do it. So I wanted to go down and try it. Well, my wife has got an absolutely phenomenal sense of humor. She always has. And I got to go a little history. We have a 40-foot RV that we travel all over this country. We travel over 300,000 miles, saw the whole U.S. But part of it, we go to fun places. We met our kids down in Fort Lauderdale, our young baby kids who were in their 60s. And we went down to Key West. And we could park the RV in back of Western motels, and because they could stay inside and we could stay in our RV, we loved it. Well, the first day we went out and we went down to sort of downtown Key West, and it's just a cool place. And I had to give a radio show that day, and I was going to do it over my phone. I had my phone right there, and I was ready to give my talk. So I looked around, I said, where is a quiet place in Key West? And there was, right next to me, about 100 feet, a graveyard. So I said, well, there couldn't be a quieter place in the whole world than that graveyard. So I went in there and I found myself a tombstone to sit on. A nice, comfortable tombstone. I sat down and I got my phone out and I called to have my part in the radio show. Well, my co-host, he was there and he said, hi, Roland, we started talking. I finished about 5 words and all of a sudden, I says, what is that? I looked around and there was a whole group of motorcyclists in their Harleys driving by the cemetery. And I said, oh, Jeff, we're gonna have to wait. So I held my phone and then I went over and I said, waited, and so I waited for a few minutes and then they were gone. And I said, oh my God, I can talk again. So I got on the phone again and I started talking. And it wasn't over, it must have been 3.5 minutes. Ooh, ooh. I says, what is that? And then I thought about it. It's a cruise ship coming in, a block away. So I said, Jeff, run the show. I'm going to go sit down and rest. So I got up from that cemetery and I went down and they had a really nice spot, about a table about like this. And I sat down on it and I sat on the chair. And I was just waiting because my wife and my kids were out shopping, and all of a sudden I had all these cute girls come around me, and they put their arms around me, and they said, hi, how are you? Can we get our picture? I said, sure, why? Because you look just like Ernest Hemingway, and we're on a Guy Turner, we wanted a Ernest Hemingway look-alike. I says, okay. So we all got around, and then I said, would you take my picture? So I had it on my phone, and a guy came by. He said, here, let me take a picture. So he took a picture, okay? And so that was awesome. And I showed it to my wife. I said, look. I teased the heck out of her. And she said, okay, that was funny. Well, we were in Nashville the next time. And we had this Tom Jones Theater. And they had 4 floors, and it was really nice. And we went up to the top. Well, we got up there, and Teri and I were standing there, and she said, I could go to the bathroom. So she took off, and I was just sitting there, and what happened? A bunch of girls came around me and said, hi, are you Kenny Rogers? And I said, no, but can I get pictures with you? I have a tease going on with my wife. So they all gathered around, and I had my phone just like this, and I said, okay, I got to get someone to take a picture. All of a sudden, the phone was grabbed from me. And guess who grabbed it? My wife. She was back from. So she says, here, I'll take the pictures. So there was Teri taking pictures of me with all these girls all around me. So I said, wow, that is so special. And she just had fun, so she teased me every time there was a group of girls. Well, we got down to this Orlando place, and they had all these cool girls, and they were mystic magic women. I mean, they all were mystics, and they could put people into hypnosis. They were just great. And they had a whole bunch of them really cute. And we sat at the restaurant. We went back down and sat at the restaurant. And I was just sitting there, and all of a sudden, I just couldn't stop it. I started crying. And all these girls came over and started to hug me. And my wife says, Roland, So she was there during my whole journey. My lady was there.